And here we go. Rock Lansing 2025 backstage. I got Derek. Assume nothing. What's up, boss?
Hey, what's up, man?
So you guys played earlier. What a beautiful fucking day this
Yes.
is today. This is unreal. We have Heartsick on right now behind us.
Homies, absolutely.
So you guys were on a little bit earlier. Fucking killed it as always.
Appreciate
I've
it.
seen you. This is like the third time I've seen you guys play.
Okay.
When you're out there and you see the crowd, you got this festival crowd out there. What kind of influence or what do you feel out of that crowd? I mean, there's some mornings where it's not the same vibe, and then there's others where it's like you have to get them going. How did today work out for you?
It's festivals are weird. When you're doing like club shows, it's you have all day to kind of like hang out, relax, get into the vibe for it. And I mean, I got here at like 10 o'clock, and it was like, oh man, we're playing. Like,
You guys were here
soon.
early.
Yeah.
This dude texted me early today saying that he's out here.
Yeah, so it does take a second. You're kind of like scrambling around. And you're just overthinking everything on the rigs. And of course, with any show, we had some technical issues, but we still pushed through it, and it takes a second. But once you get a song in and you're just feeling the heat, you're like, I'm up here, and everyone's down there having a good time. So yeah, festivals are weird, but it's still like I'm torn. Either festivals or clubs are better, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I like festivals.
I
Now
get
played early,
that.
So.
Well, with festivals, you have more people that haven't seen you before that will see you. So you make a name for yourself that way. In a little club show, most people are seeing either you or somebody up above you. That's how I put that. And that's how I find a lot of bands is at shows like this. Because you get here early, you knock out some of these 1, 2, 3 o'clock bands, you get a whole new band out of it. You get a whole new love of music.
Yeah, this festival is stacked. Paul did a great job.
Yeah, and looking at the weekend here, so we have Sonic Temple literally 3 hours south of us. Fucking killing it. I mean, Sonic Temple. It's Sonic fucking Temple. And you have people out here. I mean, there's a good 2,000 people possibly right now. And we still haven't even gotten to, we're probably right now to the meat of the lineup before it starts to get to the heavy dudes.
Yeah.
So we got Aaron Jones, we got Saliva's headlining, we have Annalita's Way, Evans Blue, my boys in Crowbot. I get to announce on stage.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I've always wanted to do. So when you walk up on stage and you see out there, and it's a sea of people compared to a club, like how does that make you feel when people are singing your music back to you?
It never gets old, and I always try to pick out the people that are singing it, and even today it was like, oh shit, like there's a good amount of people singing them back, and it's like I said, like the build up to a festival is kind of weird, but as soon as you're on stage, it is like any other show. You're enjoying it, but festivals like it's just dumb stuff, like looking down at my board, like can I see the screen on my fucking Kemper board or something like that? But none of that stuff matters. Everyone's down there having a good time, and everyone was super responsive today. And yeah, like having this festival in Lansing, our hometown, like obviously people go to Grand Rapids and Detroit. Lansing doesn't get the love it deserves. And
I'm learning that. I'm learning that a lot because I heard earlier, as Scary Terry said, Lansing, Michigan is per capita like the most metal bands in the country, which is fucking crazy. Yeah. And the fact that you guys are here, there's like 4 other like Lansing, Michigan bands, at least. And I'm like, holy shit, I had no clue you guys were all here. And then Shallow Side is now pseudo Michigan as well. So it kind of works out that you guys are all together. But how does that feel knowing that there's such a good upcoming scene in Lansing, Detroit, Flint, kind of this area?
I've always even going overseas, like people have talked about Midwest like metal bands. I don't know if it's like the I guess seasonal depression that we get here, but
I think it probably is because there's a lot of bands that do not travel to the north during winter because they don't want to deal with the winter.
Yeah.
So it's like when you see the festival, the shows, the tour is in like anything from November to March is usually all lower Midwest, so like Tennessee or lower, or East Coast lower, or West Coast.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't see anything Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan.
I mean, I've definitely toured and come back to the Midwest during the winter times, and and you remind yourself like why it sucks touring in the Midwest.
Why do I live in a place that makes my face hurt when I walk outside?
Exactly. I'm getting windburn and sunburn, and I'm freezing cold.
Exactly.
I do not like the cold personally.
I am the same way, dude. So
I love it here.
I totally get it. When you come off stage, like, let me get back to that too. So you were saying how the fans were kind of coming to you today, singing back. You were feeling it. When you get off stage and you have that fan that comes up to you, has there been something that's been said to you that just was like, wow, like I meant this much to this fan?
Yeah,
and you like don't know how to react.
You'll see it in the comment section sometimes, and it's really cool. We always try to respond to all of them, and then when it's in front of you, somebody talking about like a song you wrote, and I take a lot of pride in writing some of the lyrics, and when somebody comes up and like has their own interpretation of a song, like I might have my own story on it, but we try to leave it vague enough so somebody else can have theirs. And when somebody comes up and tells me about a situation that one of our songs helped them out through, that is like, it gives me goosebumps.
It's powerful. Probably you might tear up if you're wearing glasses,
Yeah.
sunglasses on. I mean, I know, shit like that does that to me. There's music.
Yeah.
I'll be at shows. I don't give a crap. I'll be the one to admit I will cry at a fucking show.
Oh, I have. I've done it.
Cry like a
No
shame.
shame.
No shame at all. No shame to use your,
Absolutely.
emotions at a show. That's what it's supposed to do. You get, you have fun, you laugh, you smile. You get hardcore, mosh, cry also.
It's something where like I've talked to people about this before, and like everyone's kind of surprised, like, oh, you're in a metal band, and they hear the music, they're like, why are you so angry? And it's like music is an expression.
Correct.
It's an over exaggeration of a situation or a story, at least in my like version of it that I do.
I love it.
And it really is that. It over exaggerates what happened, and it makes it like a therapeutic, like, okay, what really happened is not that bad.
Yeah.
And I like to be able to share that, and the fact that other people can have their own version of that and their own story to it, like, that's awesome. Like, I never like did music to like do it for other people at first, to just do it for me and like have fun with it.
A lot of people who write music, a lot of songwriters, it's therapy for them too. So it kind of helps them mentally get out of a situation or put the situation out there or make other people understand it's okay to deal with this.
Yeah.
So is that kind of how you look at it too?
Yeah, our most recent EP, our self-titled, was 100%. Like, each song was very different, but every song had like a story behind it, and it's just, even it being in the studio, it's really hard to replicate in the studio. I won't lie. And I think that takes...
That's true. I get that. Because
Yeah.
you're not in front of anybody. You have the headphones on. You're just fucking cranking.
And you're talking about a situation. Like in my situation, I've been open about it. We have some songs that the story was from 2016, and it's weird to revisit it now because it's a different person. And I can talk about it now.
Exactly. You're 9 years older.
Yeah. And when we got into the studio, like, to do this EP, and I looked back at like damn, I had my tearing up nights in the Airbnb listening to what we had worked on that day, and I'm like, we're doing it. Like, it's actually giving me an emotion, and that's like the biggest thing. If I get emotional listening to something I did, then hopefully somebody else can do that.
Hell yeah, man. That's what I love to hear. And like you said, being a songwriter, it's got to just feel good. Knowing that your music is out there, people listening to it, and just making it feel for them, too. So you guys have anything new coming out, any new music? What shows you have coming up? Assume Nothing. You can check them out all over social media, too. What do you got going on?
Right now, we're in a kind of building stage, looking to put out some new music. It's demo-itis right now. If I pulled up my laptop, I would say between the three main songwriters in the band, we've probably got 50 songs. Not complete songs. I would say like,
But start of it,
20 are like could be a song, but we're very critical. We're working on that, so that's the main focus right now. Shows right now, we're still getting some stuff lined up. Nothing's official yet, but we were taking this year a little off to do that.
There you go. You got to build it. You got to build it back when it's ready. So.
Yeah, we'll always play a
Tease
hometown
it.
show.
Tease it. There you go. So again, thank you, Derek from Assume Nothing. Make sure you follow them all over the socials. We again are at Rock Lansing backstage. Evan J. Thomas, Badass Radio Network. Tag Publicity. Derek, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, brother.
Fucking rock on, dude.